a bullet fired in a drive-by shooting from a 4-year-old boy. The car he was in shot multiple times with one bullet hitting the car seat, barely missing the boy's head. Police say an arrest has been made. We'll fill you in on the latest. Plus, Richland officials are reminding residents they can do something about speeding cars in their neighborhoods. It's a program called Neighborhood Traffic Safety, which will result in things like speed humps. We'll catch up with the traffic engineer with the Atomic City. And the city of Yakima discussing the idea of making non-residents pay for emergency services in an effort to bring more revenue into the city. It's something already in place in the state for those convicted for DUI, though the council is in the information gathering stage, so discussions will continue. We'll get you up to speed on that and more coming up as you start your day with us right here on Action News. Good Thursday morning, everybody. I'm Dave Furtado.
And I'm meteorologist Jefferson Donovan.
And Jefferson, in the world of weather, it was another light dusting of snow. I couldn't help but notice. I had a couple of little, or at least maybe some blowing snow or something. There was a little extra snow in my car this morning when I woke up.
Maybe a little bit of snow, but certainly not too much out there. Nothing like we did see yesterday. I will say as we go towards tonight, we are going to see a resurgence of maybe some snow potential, especially along the Blue Mountains. The Blue Mountains are going to be the site of the bullseye once again as we go from tonight through tomorrow morning. And a similar setup to what we did see a couple nights ago. I just don't know if the snow is going to make it as far north as we did see on Tuesday night into Wednesday. And of course, we'll talk more about that as we go later into the newscast. But right now, taking a look outside at Yakima this morning, there are clouds overhead. It's 27 degrees with a fairly calm wind. Here's a look at your weather headlines today and going forward, or at least we will be looking at your weather headlines today and going forward. Snow activity is going to be returning this evening, as I've already said. Now, for many of us, there is going to be an opportunity for some snow showers, but the heaviest snow by far is going to be focused along the Blue Mountains and adjacent foothills. We could be looking at snow during that time as much as 5 inches towards Pendleton as well as Walla Walla. And then for some of us, we are going to be looking at the snow opportunities maintained through the weekend. Again, especially for the Blue Mountains and adjacent foothills. I'll break down your full forecast and we will discuss those snow opportunities coming up.
Thanks, Jefferson. We begin this morning in Yakima. A man is being held in the Yakima County Jail for a drive-by shooting that missed hitting a 4-year-old by inches. The shooting happened Tuesday at around 6:30 p.m. near the Wiley City Market. Yakima police say a man's car was shot several times, but no one was injured. The 4-year-old boy was in the car at the time of the shooting with a bullet barely missing his head, hitting the car seat behind him. Police arrested a suspect who is now facing assault and drive-by shooting charges. And Pasco police are looking into an incident at the Pasco and Hanford High School boys basketball game Tuesday night. In a post on Facebook, police are looking for videos or photos of a physical altercation between students and adults during the game. If you have any footage, Pasco PD has posted a QR code on its Facebook page that will take you to a link where you can upload that footage. District leaders, Pasco school district leaders, I should say, they say the incident is currently under investigation, but did not comment further. So far, we haven't gotten a response from the Richland School District either. If you live in Richland and have a lot of cars speeding down your street, there is something you can do to help with the issue. The city has a program called Neighborhood Traffic Safety, which aims to improve safety in residential areas. They'll install traffic calming devices such as speed humps to reduce speeding and cut through traffic. Folks who live in Richland can petition for a traffic calming device to be installed in their area of choice.
Travel speeds are pretty significant when it comes to injuries, especially with vehicles and pedestrians or bicyclists. We really want to try and keep those speeds down, so if there is a crash, that the injuries are less. But obviously, the slower you're going, the better you can react.
They're accepting petitions for 2025 now through February 28th, and you can find that form up on our website, KEPRTV.com. Yakima City Council members are considering a proposal to charge non-residents for emergency services. KIMA's Mallory Aldrich reports on how this would work.
So what is an emergency response?
At Tuesday's City Council meeting, the council deliberated the idea of charging non-residents for emergency fire and police services to make some extra revenue for the general fund.
We can bill not just non-residents, but anyone in a particular situation for cost recovery for emergency services that we provide. So currently under the RCW, there is an RCW 3852-430 that's called DUI Emergency Response Expense Cost Recovery. And what that really does in essence is it allows you to recover costs for police, fire, and utilities and other emergency services that are utilized when somebody's convicted of or a crime that we have to respond to for certain crimes that are mostly surrounding crimes of intoxication.
The council then asked Lieutenant Cavan what the expenses of the emergency response is, to which he explained the response cost.
So it's reasonable costs incurred by a public agency in reasonably making an appropriate emergency response to the incident, but shall only include those costs directly arising from the response to the particular incident. So what this means is we have to bill for what actually happens in that incident.
They also asked how the collection process of the emergency response expense works.
So the requirements, in order for us to collect under this, the defendant's intoxication has to have caused the incident and the appropriate emergency response. So if they're found not guilty, then this is all collected post-conviction or post-sentence. It's not something that gets assessed at the front end, it's all done on the back end.
The council decided to continue discussing the idea of charging for emergency services at a later date.
This is really designed to help offset the costs that are impacting the cities and municipalities for responding to these types of incidents.
Reporting for Action News, I'm Mallory Aldrich.
KIMA's Mallory Aldrich, thank you. And we'll be sure to continue our coverage and let you know what council members end up deciding. And sticking in Yakima County, Sunnyside is looking for a new council member. Martin Beeler, the current District 1 representative, submitted his resignation on January 29th. Beeler has been serving the city since 2021. His term was set to expire at the end of this year. The city is now accepting applications for council position District 1.
I know the type of person that I would like as the city manager is somebody that's really collaborative in nature, that loves the city and has an economic development focus, that likes to work with people regardless of whatever side of the aisle they're on, because you have to remember city government is a nonpartisan position. So you serve all citizens and residents of the city. So you really have to take that approach.
Applicants must be able to serve the remainder of Beeler's term through December 31st. Interested individuals must submit an application, a one-page letter of interest, and a resume to Sunnyside City Clerk. Applicants also must live in the District 1 area, be registered voters, and have lived in Sunnyside for at least a year. The deadline for applications is Wednesday, March 5th at 4 p.m. Now, Jefferson, let's talk weather here because we've been dealing with some of those overnight snow situations, maybe less so last night, but as we head on into the next couple of days, are we expecting a resurgence in any of that snow?
I would say tonight we are going to be looking at some heavy snowfall once again, especially focused along the Blues. Now, for the Tri-Cities, maybe a few snow showers, not anticipating much at all in the way of accumulation. And then towards Yakima and Ellensburg, it wouldn't surprise me if we don't see any kind of snow at all tonight. In fact, I would hedge my bet on saying that we stay snow-free in the Yakima and Kittitas valleys. But towards the Blues, we are once again going to see snow tonight and maybe a few snow showers in the Tri-Cities. We will talk about those snow concerns tonight and beyond coming up.